I think the saddest thing, the person I'm most concerned about, is not the atheist. They know they don't believe in God. It's not the agnostic. They know they don't believe in God. It's the person sitting in church every Sunday in Dallas, in Grapevine, in Atlanta. There's people sitting in churches every Sunday who think that they're in right standing with the Lord. You know, God forbid that trumpet blow, right? And then they realize all this time they was not right with God. What a tragedy to be sitting in gatherings and going to conferences and reading devotionals only to discover, man, you never was saved to begin with. You never had a true relationship with Jesus. That to me is the greater tragedy than not believing at all. You know? And that's going to be the unfortunate reality of those virgins who are not ready.
Whew. Yeah, I remember being in Nigeria and just talking to some of these believers and talking about how grateful they were, even though their family was killed. There was one lady, they held a gun to her head and said, "Deny Jesus or we're killing you." She said, "I'll never deny my Lord." Boom, they shot her in the face. And I talked to her after, years after this happened. She was like, "If I saw my attackers, I would give them the biggest hug." Talk to me about love as the weapon of the believer in these end times.
This morning I was sitting in my hotel room and I was praying over my heart. Last night at C3, I was talking to the church from Psalm 24 about clean hands and a pure heart. Right? And although we do have enemies in this life, I think that we have a responsibility as a believer to not only love the brother and sister, but also love the enemy. Jesus taught us if you only love people who are easy to love, there's no reward in that, right? But we also have to love the enemy. We have to love those who persecute us. And in so loving them, we demonstrate the love of Christ. And that love goes as far as praying for our enemies, praying for those who persecute us, forgiving those who persecute us, like Jesus did on the cross. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And so we do have to have love. I think Jesus said, by this the whole world will know that you are my disciples, that you love one another. And love is at its core, the Aramaic fragrance of Christianity. He did not call us to hate. He did call us to love. And so when I think about that story of the woman in Nigeria, I think that's beautiful, right? And I think it's that type of love that will leave the unbeliever confused and wondering, what kind of God do you serve? That you can forgive your attacker or a person who pulled the trigger, right? It testifies to the glory of Christ. It testifies to the one and only true God. And so we must be full of God's love, and we must handle ourselves with love. Can't escape that at all, right? If we don't have love, then we're not growing in biblical Christianity.